The barista looked me straight in the eyes, then slid the coffee past me to the woman behind me. "I'm sorry," he said quietly. "We serve paying customers first." But I had already paid, and everyone in that cafe knew it. My name is Naomi Carter. I'm 32 years old, a marketing consultant from Atlanta, and on that morning, I was in downtown Chicago for the biggest presentation of my career. It was raining lightly outside, the kind of gray morning where the city feels slower than usual. I had arrived early for my meeting, so I stepped into a small boutique cafe across from the office tower where my presentation would happen. The place smelled like roasted espresso beans and warm cinnamon. Soft jazz played through the speakers. For a moment, it felt peaceful. I ordered a simple black coffee. Nothing fancy, just something to wake me up before I pitched a six-figure campaign to a room full of executives. But peace doesn't last long when someone decides you don't belong. The cafe wasn't busy. Maybe 6 or 7 people inside. 2 college girls studying by the window, a businessman typing aggressively on his laptop, and a couple standing near the pastry display. The barista, a young white guy with a tight man bun and tired eyes, took my order without saying much. I tapped my card. Payment approved. He handed me the receipt. "Coffee will be ready in a minute," he said. I stepped aside. 30 seconds later, another woman walked in. Blonde, designer coat, maybe mid-40s. She ordered the exact same thing. "Black coffee," she said casually. The barista smiled. "Oh, of course." Then something strange happened. He poured a cup, walked past me, and handed it directly to her. "Here you go," he said. She blinked. "Oh, I just ordered." He laughed awkwardly. "Yeah, but you looked like you needed it." The cafe chuckled lightly. I didn't. I stepped forward calmly. "Excuse me," I said. "I believe that was mine." The barista froze. Then his expression changed. That tight, uncomfortable smile disappeared. "Well," he said slowly, "we serve paying customers first." For a moment, the room went completely silent. I held up my receipt. "I did pay." He barely looked at it. Then he shrugged. "You can wait your turn." The blonde woman stared at her cup like she didn't want it anymore. My stomach tightened, not because of the coffee, but because I knew exactly what this moment was. That subtle kind of racism, the kind where no one says the word, but everyone feels it. I took a breath. "I've been waiting," I said quietly. The barista leaned against the counter. "Well," he said, "you don't have to make a scene." A scene. I hadn't even raised my voice. But suddenly I was the problem. A couple people shifted awkwardly in their chairs. No one spoke. No one helped. And that's when he said the sentence that made my chest burn. "Ma'am, you people are always so impatient." For a second, I couldn't move. "You people." It wasn't loud. It wasn't shouted. But it hit the room like a dropped glass. The businessman looked up from his laptop. The college girls exchanged nervous glances. Even the blonde woman slowly set her coffee back on the counter. "You people." I repeated. The barista sighed like I was exhausting him. "Look," he said, "if you're going to argue, you can leave." My heart pounded, not because I was scared, but because I was tired. Tired of moments like this. Tired of pretending they didn't happen. I reached for my phone. "I'm not arguing," I said. "I'm documenting." The barista scoffed. "Oh, please. You think anyone cares?" And that's when a deep voice came from behind me. "I do." The entire cafe turned. Standing near the entrance was a tall black man in a tailored charcoal suit. Calm, serious, watching everything. He stepped forward slowly. "I've been recording the last 2 minutes," he said. The barista laughed nervously. "Okay." The man tilted his head. "You might want to rethink how you talk to customers." The barista crossed his arms. "And who are you?" The man reached into his coat, pulled out a sleek black business card, then placed it gently on the counter. The barista looked down, and suddenly all the color drained from his face. The cafe went silent again. The barista read the card twice. Then a third time. His hands started shaking, because the man standing behind me wasn't just a customer. He was Daniel Brooks, the regional operations director for the entire cafe chain, which meant one thing. He was the barista's boss. And mine too, because the building across the street, the one where I was about to present my marketing campaign, was the company's corporate headquarters. Daniel turned toward me. His voice softened. "Ms. Carter, right?" My eyes widened. "You know my name?" He smiled slightly. "You're presenting the brand expansion strategy today." I blinked. "Yes, I am." Then he turned back to the barista. The warmth disappeared instantly. "Let me understand something," Daniel said calmly. "A paying customer was skipped." The barista stammered. I thought. Daniel continued. "And then you told her she was you people?" The barista looked like he might faint. The blonde woman near the counter quietly whispered, "I heard it too." Daniel nodded slowly. Then he looked at me. "Ms. Carter, would you like your coffee?" I laughed softly. At that point, it wasn't about the coffee anymore. But he poured a fresh cup anyway, walked around the counter, and handed it to me personally. "On the house," he said. The room felt different now, like the air had shifted. Then Daniel looked back at the barista. "You're done for today." The words were calm, but final. 20 minutes later, I walked into the corporate office across the street, still holding that coffee, still thinking about what had just happened. The presentation room was filled with executives. When Daniel walked in behind me, everyone stood up. He gestured toward me. "This," he said proudly, "is Naomi Carter, the woman helping us redesign our entire brand." And for the first time that morning, the room saw me, not as you people, not as a problem, but as the professional I had always been. After the meeting, Daniel caught up to me in the hallway. "You handled that cafe situation with a lot of grace," he said. I shrugged slightly. "You get used to moments like that." He shook his head. "You shouldn't have to." And he was right. No one should. Because respect isn't something people should earn after proving themselves. It's something everyone deserves from the start. And sometimes, all it takes is one person willing to speak up, to change the entire room.
If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, as your support truly helps us grow. We'd also love to hear from you, so leave a comment below and share your thoughts. We read every single comment. We are on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers, and every bit of support brings us one step closer. Thank you for being part of Black Diaries and supporting the journey.